Cryo is always far more effective in the rain. This is going to get interesting. Freeze! Cool it! Freeze! Cool it! Freeze! Quite the fun.
So soon!
I'll protect
What's the hurry? Prepare yourself! Freeze!
Wait. Ningguang told me about you. A traveler of great insight and remarkable skill has saved Liyue, she said. She's a hard one to please, so praise from her is high praise indeed. I remember, judging by the clothes on your back and this floating thing, I guess that time has come.
Hey! The name's not Floating Fish!
Paimon. What a fascinating being. You two give off not only the essence of wind and earth, but also of... yes, the stars.
Huh? The fragrance of what now? That's the weirdest compliment Paimon's ever heard.
Pay it no heed. I mean only to say I am certain that it is by fate, not chance alone, that we should meet.
You're not far off, but they go by a different name in Inazuma. This young man is Kaidahara Kazuha, a temporary addition to my crew for reasons I won't bore you with.
With this fine ship and the soft sea breeze, would it not be romantically irresponsible of me not to acknowledge it with a line or two of poetry?
No, I can't argue with that. Okay then. Once the clash is underway, I'll give you a chance to perform.
Only if the mood takes me, of course. Poetry for poetry's sake tends to lack meaning.
Hey, you don't want to pass this opportunity up too easily, especially seeing as our great hero here might be in attendance.
Oh, wait a minute. What's the clash? Also, just to clarify, by great hero, do you mean...
Huh? I thought you might be here to sign up. The Crux Clash is a martial arts tournament that I hold. There'll be a whole bunch of folks taking part to showcase their talents. There are 2 important rules. 1, competitors must be renowned fighters. We want those with real martial arts ability, not just people taking part for the fun of it. So, you've got nothing to worry about there. I don't think there's anyone out there who hasn't heard of you. 2, you can't take part if you've got a vision. Otherwise, things get a little one-sided. You must be feeling confident, but you might want to watch out. There are a few crouching tigers and hidden dragons lurking around in Liyue. And with Liyue's savior taking part in the tournament, now that's gonna turn a few heads. I think we can expect a healthy turnout this time.
But we didn't come here to take part in a martial arts tournament.
Well, before you dismiss the idea completely, you might be interested to hear that the prize this time round is particularly sought after. Get this. It's a masterless vision.
Supplied by myself, as a matter of fact. If the tournament champion can reawaken that vision, it belongs to them.
Is there really such thing as a masterless vision?
When a vision bearer dies, the light in their vision will fade away. But the shell that housed that light remains. As for whether this shell has any practical application, well, this remains to be seen. But my intuition tells me that while it remains in the world, it may just be possible for someone else to inherit it.
Yep, and the way I see it, a vision is a badge of recognition from the gods. So if anyone's able to rekindle it, it's gotta be an individual of exceptional strength and talent. Organizing the clash is my way of uncovering hidden talents. And hopefully this time, getting a vision to glow again. So if you don't have a vision, this is the perfect opportunity to get your hands on one of your very own.
Yeah, we're interested in getting to Inazuma, not fighting in some tournament.
Inazuma? You...
Well, why didn't you say so? Inazuma? No sweat. In that case, if you win the tournament, I'll give you a choice. Masterless vision, or a ticket to Inazuma aboard the Alcor.
You just want him to take part.
What's wrong with that? The more talent we have, the better the tournament will be. I couldn't let a competitor like you fall through the net.
What are we gonna do? Looks like...
Great. Then let's get you...
It seems like it will only be a matter of time before the answer is revealed.
Ahoy there, ladies! Time to set sail!
You bet I am. Have you put your names down yet? Well, I'd have a look at the entrance criteria if I were you. The Clash is a comprehensive test. Nobody wants to see that.
Yeah.
Me? Only a former runner-up. What? Nonsense. Not to mention, they tried to sneak. I planted a left hook on the skinny. I stood my ground, of course. A roundhouse kick sent the blade. I'm not saying I came.
Uh-huh. But for us, even for...
I'll see you in the arena.
Hi there. Are you here?
Right. Nothing's really but this tournament is
Exactly.
This master of yours...
famous. He's the founder of the Ling Shan clan. You probably wouldn't have heard of it. It was founded quite recently. Be to the Ling.
Of course this...
It's a type of for example.
One
is.
Of course.
But recently though, we heard that a vision bearer joined.
So, if we can get our hands on a vision too, maybe we can.
Well, we have to try something new.
Exactly. It can't hurt to try. Folks will come from far and wide.
See you in the arena.
Hey, youngster. Are you here for the crux? If so, seems I've...
So you're also here for the...
You better believe it. For me, obtaining a vision is the final and most... No. It's not about what I want to do. I know how that sounds, but let me explain. I've passed every exam I've ever taken, enjoyed numerous successful business. In most people's eyes, I am already the very embodiment of vision.
You have so much self-confidence.
That's not important. I have a contact in the Crux fleet who was happy. I've also brought along a bit of an entourage. Of course, I also put in a few good... I seem... Now then, if you don't mind, I need to finish my pre-competition routine. It's not too long now before you'll get to see me in action.
So, to recap, we're up against an inflated ego, some gullible guys paying way too much for their kung fu classes, and another guy who's just really average.
Chink's a village arm wrestling champion, huh? Next, please. What's your name? Wait, did I hear that right?
Is it really them?
Huh? Aren't they a vision bearer, though?
I have to ask. Oh, it's really him!
The one that spoke with Lady Kuching at the rite of parting.
Oh, I wonder if
I trust you are aware that, only those without real... But... in combat are... extraordinary. You walk into the most dangerous situations imaginable, face off against...
Yep, he still have a video. So,
I didn't... But I have so far got defeated the ancient god. You have any others?
yeah. Also, don't forget to in the preview.
Whoa.
Might as well declare him the champion already.
I wonder if it's too late.
Okay, right. Your registration. A great hero such as yourself can surely only be here for one thing.
Oh, we're not here for that. We're here because Captain Beto promised to take us to Inazuma if we win the tournament.
There's another prize, too? Oh, first I've heard of it.
Beto must have upped the stakes this time to attract top talent.
But why would anyone want to go somewhere as dangerous as Inazuma?
I see. So, I take it you discussed your terms with Beto in advance that, well, nobody expected you to sign up to a tournament like this. Anyway, the qualifying rounds are about to begin.
Hey, so Paimon's thinking about that whole, even though you don't have a vision, most people in Teyvat think that you can't manipulate elements of one. So Paimon thinks you probably should use abilities during the tournament. You know, in any case, looking at the competition, it should still be pretty easy to win, even without you. All right, it's your
Rare. Man is the favorite to win the tournament. First battle.
so confident. Go see Beto. She'll probably have something to say to us.
think, he
But
I thought about
let me think. Oh, well,
all right then. I was her poet might want to join in the fun, but I guess I shouldn't put you on the spot like that. You know, a lot of competitors came to me saying how surprised they were that Liua's hero was entering the and since you signed up, we've had many others do the same, with more well, since everyone sees you as one thing, early rounds fighter, so I'm putting
But we only
this is how Captain Beto won't persuade her otherwise. At your level, you would have the semifinal.
I'm gonna watch some more of the tournament. Here, folks. The real show is.
The captain seems to have high hopes for this. Your opponent has fought many rounds to get to the finals. May well be stronger than him, but this should not give you cause to lower. Very well.
All right, that's enough chit-chat for now.
Your opponent in the semifinals is new to the Crux Clash. I do not doubt your abilities, but I would suggest that you make
relax. My guy's at the top of his game.
Don't worry. Take some time to compose.
At last, the moment we've all been waiting for. The semifinals have begun. Who's it gonna be this time? The hero?
How's this? You're a strong opponent. That's what I'm here for.
I'm sweating all over. It's you're strong, but mine lost interest eventually. You depend on a vision like you can your own body. I've fought one vision bearers before. The power they have was given to them by the gods.
Huh? You mean you didn't sign up to try and get your hands?
No, their fights, and in defeat can you understand weaknesses and learn from them. So I'm pleased with today's outcome. I don't often have the pleasure of experiencing defeat.
Wow. Now,
If you have the chance in the future, please come.
by the way, do you know
Whether they'll be as tough as me, I don't know. But what I have heard, so don't get.
There he goes. Maybe we should ask around, see what we can find out about our opponent in the final round.
Ah, it's you! I myself was eliminated in the third round. Shit.
Maybe next time, huh?
Why, yes. He's the same one who defeated me. He is a formidable. I faltered for but a brief, given my stature. Still, I'm sure. He tried to use force dispersal to deflect a punch, but instead he took it straight to the nose. His opponent was pretty freaked out by it. He kept asking him, "Why don't you dodge?" they ask. Because to not dodge, don't even get me started. I don't dare tell my math. Sorry, I shouldn't be complaining in front of.
Oh, all right then.
Thanks,
We still haven't got any useful information yet. Maybe we can go talk to.
You gave an outstanding I could sense that you're not familiar with bouts of this kind, but you were quick to adapt and managed to claim. In fact, I discerned this not from what I saw, but what I.
He's right. I guess not using your elemental powers must be quite new for you, huh?
We wanted to ask about who our opponent will be in the final round.
Not exactly. Contenders that reach the finals aren't necessarily. As for the guy you'll be facing, what's the matter? Worried?
If that is the case, then I have a proposal for you. I haven't properly introduced.
Yeah. We could tell that from your getup. But at the same time, when you talk, you don't really sound like someone who's used to waving a sword around.
It is true that I am versed both in literary and martial traditions. But on the straggling path of a wandering samurai, is there harm in acquiring a surplus skill? I do not mean to flaunt my martial prowess, but I myself have witnessed reputable fighters hailing from across the lands. Given your talents, a few hints from me will be all that's necessary to bring your opponent.
Hang on. Don't you think you're bending the rules a bit there?
Gathering intelligence is an essential part of any duel. You must know. Besides, our favorite here has fought many battles on their journey from Mondstadt. Such impressive...
You betcha! Wait a second. We never told you that we've been to Mondstadt.
Does one not leave a trail when traveling through the wild? However, there is only so much that can be discerned from these traces. I sense that many things about you elude me still. These are the things I am curious to know about. Come with me. Some post-match entertainment is in order. Now that we're alone, let me cut to the heart of the matter. You are skilled in manipulating the elements, and not just a single element, but multiple.
Paimon knew that you were hinting at something from the moment we met. You've known all along.
That's right. If the other contenders were to catch wind of your elemental abilities, let's just say, it would cause some unwanted misunderstandings. If I'm not mistaken, you share these considerations, given your reluctance to use elemental skills even in the heat of a match. When I talk about that which I see or hear in you, this is not poetic symbolism at play. I mean these things in the truest sense. Since a young age, I have been attuned to the tidings of nature. I hear the breath of the wind and the whispers of the... It is things of this nature that I also hear from within you. Nothing more.
As crazy as all that sounds, somehow Paimon still believes you.
My humble abilities are negligible compared to your incredible feats. To think a human could wield the elements without a vision, and an incredibly complex scent. Some mysterious...
Hey, I'm evaluating us based on our... It's fair.
Enlighten me as to how you managed to obtain it. Extraordinary. So then, to inquire how exactly it is.
Mommy, the way. They learn to use elements. You don't understand how it works.
Perhaps such and the visions that still wish on perhaps with you I've learned exchange. Let's test your... Your skills in battle are truly beyond reproach. Even with your opponent's speed, he shouldn't be able to overwhelm you. Your opponent is skilled at controlling his breathing and maintaining balance, which enables him to execute moves that many would find impossible. He relies entirely on the element of surprise to defeat his opponent. In other words, as long as you remain mindful of his ability, please, save your thanks. If the world is a truly
You seem kind of obsessed with visions, but don't you already have your own? Why are you...
I desire to know what meaning visions and what influences the gods' decision. You for allowing me to witness. That's what you're curious about? The vision hunt decree is currently underway in Inazuma. Visions are gifts bestowed by this gift are now escaping. Sometimes circumstances that leave the original behind. Some archons had their criteria for granting visions to living beings. Then does the current Electro-Archon now doubt these criteria? Not to mention, with no new Electro-Visions having been granted for such a long time, it would seem that we can infer something of the Raiden Shogun's feelings on the matter. As she pursues the guard, that all who reside within Liyue. But what does Inazuma's pursuit of eternity bring to people? It goes without saying that the people locked
like some god would do.
Oh? Have you on chain, but saying this to find where she will be. Too shall wish to understand the answers to eternity from her. Ah, the time for your match is approaching.
Oh, right! We got so distracted talking about Inazuma that Paimon...
If you have no other matters to attend to, then we can return together. Very well. Let's go.
Why isn't he here yet? Never mind. We can start by making your entrance. Everyone, listen up! We've reached the climax of the Crux Clash. This is the final match. We've seen many exciting battles today, and now at long last, the two finalists have emerged. Now, I'd like to introduce our first combatant. Though few have seen him, his reputation knows no bound. He strikes fear into the heart of Osile, and the mere mention of his name causes even the Fatui Harbingers to turn pale in the face. Introducing Liyue's traveling hero!
Wow!
I've been waiting for this moment.
I'm sure everyone witnessed his thrilling match in the set, but today's final round will surely as for our other combatant... Oh, come on, what could be taking him so... Apologies! Everyone just sit tight. They've got no other choice. If he doesn't show...
Wait a moment. Something? Captain Beidou, perhaps we should check on the traveler.
Let me see. It's gone all right.
Huh? Did somebody steal it?
We don't know when it was taken exactly. I never thought that some...
No need to worry. Even the craftiest sleight of hand does not escape nature's watchful gaze. The culprit has only acted. The vision was the prize that I had offered, and it was my responsibility to look after.
If you insist, I'll stay here and try to offer some explanation to all the spectators that came to see the match.
If you would, please come with me.
But we're on an island.
Come with me. I can sense the winds are coming.
A wind current?
The winds have come at an opportune moment. Let's seize this chance. Ride the winds upward. From there, we can continue our search for clues.
By the way, what made you suddenly think of checking the price in the first place?
I I heard it the moment it was stolen.
Well, then why didn't you stop him?
The winds are guiding us forward. The culprit is on the opposite shore now.
You can hear that too? What does it sound like?
Hubris. This way. Follow me. There may be an ambush waiting for us behind. I trust that you are well prepared. Treasure hoarders, just as I expected. In which case, please stand back.
Free! You're open! Not careless. You're open!
Leave it on me.
I got careless.
Me? How is that possible? I had even prepared a boat to assure a quick getaway.
No boat could ever match the speed of the wind.
The wind talking trash. Only had if I could.
This has nothing to do with visions. You may be skilled at vanishing from a crowd, but it seems you know precious little about how to conceal yourself from nature's gate. Additionally, your chosen escape route was flawed for reasons that are too numerous to go into. And on top of... In other words, you failed to meet any of the basic criteria for a grand heist. Namely, But most disappointing of all is the state of the vision. It appears that the vision doesn't respond to human desire indiscriminately.
Fine! Fine! I admit it. I've had my eyes on this vision for quite some time now. I decided to...
Aha! So you were supposed to be our...
I'd intended to win the contest through skill all along. After watching the semifinals, I my ape. I know an...
You know, according to the penalty for stealing...
Huh? You're not serious.
Not to mention that you don't... It seems only fair. Hot up.
What? That fart?
I never would have guessed you could be so If this is where talking gets me, I'll risk a fight.
Here's something special. Yeah.
No, no. Do what you want, but please.
The bitter. Now death. Yeah. Put in leave.
Huh?
What's wrong? You asking for... It's up to you. Such willingness is commendable and fits the way of the samurai.
No need for that. Thank you for releasing me. You truly are generous.
Huh?
I take no pleasure in frightening others. I was just testing when people are forced into a corner. That is when their greatest... But unfortunately, nothing happened. Yes, I wanted to know whether it were possible for an extinguished vision to be reawakened. From the moment he stole the vision, I decided to use him for this I've tried many other methods in the past, though few tales tell of a masterless vision. After seeing you command multiple elements, I figured that nothing has come. Why don't you give it a try?
The vision did...
I see. So, no matter. This was expected.
Yeah, what's the story behind...
The story begins with an... He was once a good friend of mine. One day he asked me about a sword art of which he had heard, the Musono Hitotachi. I told him it can only be witnessed when divine punishment is administered. It is the pinnacle of the Raiden Shogun's skill, a symbol of ultimate power. He replied, "There must be one who can withstand it. There will always be those who dare to break things grow." Hunt to your right. People's aspirations were stripped away as the rock began to while I was placed, her friend hunters knew for a solemn yet brutal change. The faced divine punishment, while the victim with so when I arrived at Tenshukaku, the duel was over. It was the glory he had yearned to witness. In his last moments, expression was on his face. Before I knew it, I'd stepped forward and snatched the dying vision and was running from the scene. All I knew was that I mustn't let his hope, which burned so brightly, become buried among the ice-cold statue of a god. Perhaps one day I may come to find that all I have done is meaningless. But as a wandering samurai, I find meaning in traveling and the sprawling beauty of nature that lies along the way, while still retaining the warrior way in my heart.
Kazuha.
It's just another way of saying I do as I please. All right then, it's time we returned. Do not let my feelings trouble, but thank you.
I'll catch up. Huh? Maybe she went back to her ship.
If you're looking by Lady Guang, out of hand, Captain uttering Guang being in the mud, he headed off to Liu.
It's not unusual for them to be at our...
But still, Captain Beidou was disappointed she didn't get to witness the crowning of the new champion.
The one who stole the vision was originally to be this hero's opponent in the final round. He knew he stood no chance of winning the match, thus the wicked idea of stealing the cold. Clear-cut.
Huh? So that's then the rules qualified. Our hero here is the
Paimon thought we'd win and all, but not like this.
It doesn't matter. As the saying goes, honor given is honor deserved.
Yes, I believe so. Though Captain Beto is no longer present here, but the voyage to Inazuma is a treacherous one. You will be plagued. In fact, the relentless rain and wind are also an embodiment.
Hold on a second. You're saying she can change the weather just with the power of her mind?
Let us not forget that this is one of the 7 Archons. If Liyue's Morax could form Guyun's stone forest by casting down his stone spears, then it should come as no great surprise that the Raiden Shogun is capable of summoning an eternal tempest. Suffice it to say that if you wish to journey to Inazuma, the Alcor will need some time. You will be notified once all the preparations have been made. In the meantime, I intend to embark on a journey of my own. I will travel all across the vast lands of Liyue in the hope of finding a way to reawaken the vision.
Paimon believes you'll find a way for sure.
Thank you. May both our journeys prove meaningful. One final word of warning. The part of your journey that lies after the storm may well prove to be the most arduous.
Ad Astra Abyssosk. What can I do for you, traveler? Ah, yes. I've heard that you've already made arrangements with the captain of the Crux fleet regarding your passage to Now that I think about it, it's been quite some time since I last visited those lands.
There you are. You're the traveler that Beto will be taking to Inazuma, right? Oh, is that right? Well, it's an honor to meet you. The fleet is nearly completed reprovisioning. Once the crews have taken a head count, we can get underway. Captain Beto sent me to come get you. We'll weigh anchor as...
Seems Beto is the captain of her word.
Of course. There are many things...
So you'll be heading off then? I suppose congratulations are in order. Whether the journey before you leads to the heights of the heavens or the depths of the abyss, each step you take is another achievement. Until we meet again, Ad Astra Abyssosk.
Oh, it's kind of hard to say goodbye now. We practically see each other every day.
Well, if that's how you feel, why not come and find me when you arrive? I'll be awaiting you on Narukami Island.
So there's another Catherine in Inazuma? See, there's no need to get all sappy now.
Well, I guess it's time for you to bid farewell to Liyue Harbor. Now that I've delivered my message, I'll be heading back. The ship is currently anchored off of Guyun Stone Forest.
Okay, thanks for coming all this way to let us...
Just following orders.
begin.
Cool it.
What's the hurry?
You finally made all these years, come rain or storm. The Crux fleet has never. Don't look too serious. We set sail for the land engulfed.
Anchors away!
Ahoy there.
You're such a slut.
So, you finally made it. You sure kept me waiting, Cap. And it appears we have a couple of stowaways. Or perhaps I should say, honored guests.
You can blame your almighty shogun. The tempests around Inazuma have been growing all the more fierce lately. Though the fleet was fully up to the challenge, the inclement weather still caused some delay. Now then, let me introduce everyone. This is Toma, a trade partner that I've gotten to know recently.
You don't know how long I've been waiting to see you.
Toma, these two are...
Oh, no need for introductions. Their reputation precedes them. It seems even
With any luck, it'll give you... Toma's resided on Rito for quite some time now. It wouldn't be going too far to say he's the fixer around these parts. If you run into any problems here, just talk to Toma. But if he tries to pull any moves on you, I'll be sure to deal with him personally the next time I'm around.
No need to worry.
Good. Then if it's all settled...
Oh, right.
Until next time, traveler. Remember to give it your all, no matter what.
Fair seas, Captain.
Now then, first things first. We need to go get you registered at the border checkpoint.
Paimon thought we were supposed to be keeping things on the down low.
Don't underestimate the reaches of the Sakoku Decree. You wouldn't be able to avoid inspection even if you tried. So we have to play by the rules, even if we're kind of bending them.
Hello? Please state your name, identity, and the purpose of your visit. Oh, except you, Toma. You must be... new. Excuse me? Please provide the information requested and also declare any goods you are... Currently, only members of the International Trade Association are authorized to engage in the import and export of goods. Do you have your trader's permits? My apologies, but I'll have to ask you to...
Here are their entry papers, for your kind perusal.
What? Take your time. No.
I just wanted to see what you'd...
I see. Okay. Your papers are all in order. Welcome to Rito.
So, where do we go next?
The Outlander Affairs Agency. They only check entry permits here. If you want to remain on Rito, there's a process you have to go through with them.
Sheesh. So it is super strict, just like everyone said.
Well, let's not forget that to everyday folk in Inazuma, people from everywhere else are referred to as outsiders. As the word suggests, Outlanders aren't very welcome in Inazuma with the Sakoku Decree in force. Not even on Rito, where they've established an outsider settlement. I like how you think. I've got a feeling we're going to get along. Now, let's head over to the Outlander. Most of the current rules were put in place by the administration of Rito, the Kanjo Commission.
The Kanjo Commission?
Yes, one branch of the Tri-Commission of Inazuma, responsible for growing and managing the nation's wealth. You really haven't heard of it before?
You've completed the entry procedures, yes? And now you want to apply for residency? Both of you?
Yes, please.
Okay, the processing fee will be 2 million mora.
2 million? For a prep?
That's right. 1 million per applicant, which makes 2 million total.
Paimon wasn't so much questioning your
Ma'am, these two here are good friends of mine. I think you'll find I'm one face you recognize.
Ah, Mr. Toma, it's you. By way of courtesy, allow me to reduce it to 400.
Thank you ever... But as this is just a processing fee, I think 600 Mora should cover it if I'm paying on their behalf. I'll treat you to dinner too. How does that?
That's not how you haggle!
All right then, as you wish, Mr. Toma. I will make a record.
Much obliged.
What? She went from 2 million down to 600? There's something seriously wrong with people's...
It's not as mind-boggling as you think. A processing fee is just a figure of... The way some here at the agency see it, the fees are easy money. So it becomes a question of how much. So when the day comes that some poor merchant from overseas with more money than sense gets stuck here and needs to apply for residency...
Then they'll milk them for all their...
Exactly. It's at times like this that having a local friend really comes... Yes, but when you're an outlander in Inazuma, far from home in this close nation era, there's very little that can be done. The most that overseas merchants can do to look after themselves is stick together. That's how the International Trade Association came about.
So it's a trade association built by and for Outlander?
Yep. And as well as advancing commercial interests, the association provides help, support, and structure for Outlanders trying to survive on Rito. Essentially, it's an association devoted to both commercial excellence and survival.
Sounds like just staying alive is an achievement.
I see. So this is the real purpose of your trip. Yes, given that you are Outlanders, it's certainly a lofty aspiration. After all, the Raiden Shogun is the most exalted and revered one in all of Inazuma. I was going to say nothing is set in stone when it comes to who you will encounter in this world. Who's to say you won't happen to run into the Raiden Shogun one day after lunch?
Uh-huh. And is that likely?
Okay, I'll give it to you straight. I know of...
Really? Wow!
I mean, it will take... Connections come at a high price, you understand?
Not you too!
No. In this instant, in fact, there's no real cost as such. It's just that if this is something you really want, you'll have to agree to help other people solve some of their problems. I like to do things in a way that keeps everybody happy.
Sounds very reasonable to Paimon. You're the man and...
Why do I get the feeling you're making me out to be some sort of crook? Here's the situation. As I touched upon earlier, recently things seem to have gotten more difficult than ever for them. The head of the association is called Caricio, and he's a good friend of mine. Go talk to him. I'll wait for you here.
Why in the world?
What's the hurry?
Hello there. You must be seeking refuge. Ah, good.
We heard the association.
Yes. Left, right, and center.
The Sakoku decree certainly makes things difficult for anyone.
But it's not the root cause of our woes. The Sakoku decree might No. What's really those Mora grubbers from the Kanjo Committee.
Oh, of the 3 commissions.
That's right. They just issued a new tax.
Crystal marrow. What's that?
Something that most of us in the association had never heard of before either, until the new decree came. Eventually, one of the older Liyue merchants recalled that he once shipped a batch of it to Snezhnaya in his youth. So, in order to pay our taxes, we began an arduous search for this crystal marrow. But then we found we'd only managed to create a bigger problem for ourselves. The rising demand for crystal marrow. Now there's only one vendor who even has it in stock. Exactly. So this vendor keeps pushing the price. It's a vicious cycle. The consequence of which is taxes. But this is a nation where the cries of a few struggling merchants will never be heard over the ever-present roar of thunder. Fontaine, my dear homeland. I miss.
Sounds awful. What do you think we should do?
That vendor. I've actually done business with him in the past, but after a point he stopped contact.
Well, it definitely sounds like he's being unfair. How do we find him?
Hey, that's a pretty good idea. Since you're not affiliated with the association and you're new to Rito, you may just let us go. If I remember correctly, our usual meeting point with him.
Got it! We're on the case!